Hey, if you have a project manager that you don't love because there are too many functions, too many features, hard to understand, you don't know how to use it, you are in luck because I'm going to introduce you today to Nifty. It's going to be a really basic introduction, but if you're using your project management for system for really basic things, it's going to be helpful. I actually got this from AppSumo, so it was a one-time deal for me. And if you haven't ever used AppSumo, they specialize in new software that is lifetime offers. So you don't have to pay monthly, you don't have to pay annually. Because I'm resettling myself, I'm investing what I can. But when I get to the point where I can invest monthly to entrepreneurs who are doing really awesome things, I definitely will. In the meantime, lifetime deals are my go-to. So I hope that you enjoy this. If you like it, let me know. If you want to see more like it, please leave comments. If this was helpful, hit the like button, subscribe. I do a lot of variations of things on here. So if you know me, you'll see that it's everywhere, but hopefully it's helpful. At the end of the day, that's what I aim to do, is to help you make life easier in any way possible. So let's go ahead and dive into Nifty. I want to introduce you to Nifty and how things work on here. I created a project and it's going to go through my summit and how everything works, the breakdown of what we need to accomplish and the things that we need to refine before we can invite guests, how we can enroll people, get registration open, all of that, the marketing efforts behind it. Not everything is put together yet, but this is going to help you to understand how to use Nifty because it's super simple. I absolutely love it. There's a phone app as well that accompanies it, and it's really effective. It's helped me to be more productive and easily organize my projects and invite people to do the same. So I'm going to start here with the Redefined Summit. So this is the project itself that we're going to be going into. When you double click on it, you see tasks. So I have everything in to do. We can organize it however you choose. If you want to do it in the to do columns, if you want to do completed, if you want to add other columns, this is also the view is Kanban style. So you can change the style to list view, calendar, timeline. I mean, lots of different options if you have the pro package with Nifty. But Kanban is like Trello. It's very popular because it's easy to see and to move into the next steps and stages. Everything is in to do because we haven't moved anything over yet, even though some of the things are accomplished. But we could easily change it to pre-summit, during summit, marketing, registration, follow up. I mean, there are a lot of different ways that we can break it up, but this is what we have for the to-dos. So the branding and intentions. Okay, so in order to add another section, in addition to the to-do, you can go to add status. And let's say, for example, we want this to be marketing. You can add that status. And then from there, you can add all the tasks. So for example, you can do pre-event, preparation, invitations, social media marketing, all of the different things that would fall into marketing and the tasks. But since I already have it in to-dos, I don't need to add that other option. You can delete that by not clicking that, by clicking the three dots and archive and delete tasks. Or you can, well, that would be the best way. But that is a cool thing, is that once you have a lot of different sections or statuses, you can collapse them so that you can see the ones that you're currently working on a lot easier, especially if you still need access to it, but you don't want it to take up so much space. So I love that option there. I'm going to go into one of the tasks. You can add a new task at the bottom, but I'm going to double click on one of the tasks. Once the task is done, we can hit the check mark right here. That means it'll be complete, but you can add the description here. You can change the name here if you just double click on it. The assignees, that would be me or anyone on the project that we want to add that to. Tags I don't use very much, but the dependency means we can only mark this done if something else is completed, which means the completion of this depends on something else, right? That makes sense. You can add the date. You can create a list if you choose. I've never used story points. I'm not really sure what that is. Let's see. Story points help balance your team's resources based on time. So I can look into that later and share that with you. But there are subtasks, and the subtasks can also have their own subtasks. So once you have a subtask, you can add checklists, and you can have multiple checklists with their own checklists. The subtasks can have their own descriptions. They can also have their own assignees, their own due dates, and additional tags, which I don't currently use tags for this, so we won't need that. But that's all broken down. So the branding and intentions is in this section. We also have and the important thing, one thing I do want to mention, when we add descriptions and stuff, this is the description. You want to save. You want to make sure to save. Sometimes it'll auto save, but to make sure that it goes through, you want to save it, because sometimes it doesn't save. So make sure you use that button. That pretty much covers everything. Once you're done, just this is to select multiple tasks, but once you're done, you hit that check button mark and it checks it off. You're done, and we can move on to the next thing. I don't normally like to check it off until the whole project is complete, because then it moves itself into the completed section or the archive section, and I want to be able to continue to view things in the status sections, the status bars. That pretty much is everything. And also, you can talk to people on here, so you can chat and you can post comments and you can tag the other person who's also within this project. So I could potentially tag you and be like, hey Rachel, did you see this? You can leave comments in any of the sections to get clarity if you need to. Tasks is where I usually stay. Discussions, we can have our own private chat about this project in the discussion section. Different documents that we share can be added through here. We can create forms that'll be fed right into Nifty if we wanted or if we needed to. Lots of different options, which is so cool. The dashboard is going to tell us our milestones and different things that we have. The roadmap is more like the timeline, so I don't normally use this. Most of the time I stay within tasks. But it is a great overview of the project. We can add whatever we need in the different sections, and we can add pictures and everything, and that as well. That is attachments. So we can attach whatever we need to each section, each task. So yeah, that's pretty much it. You can also see activity. The activity tells you what happens, who created it, what kind of activity went down. If someone came in to change the date, that shows, or if someone completed a task, or if someone updated something, that's all in the activities area. There's so similar to Asana. We have you can have different projects. You can create yourself different projects. You can create different portfolios, and you can make it private so that only people that you invite are a part of it, so that team members can see everything, but maybe clients or guests can't see it all, which makes sense. You don't want, maybe you don't need clients to see everything that you're involved in. Most cases you don't. So you can have the different portfolios and projects. Like I said, they do have a really great app that you can download that's very functional and it's very similar to what the desktop app is, and you can include it into your email. There's so many different features. I find it a lot more flexible than Asana. I've used Asana before. The price is more reasonable than Asana. I didn't ever love Trello, really. It's great for images and viewing the big picture. If you use a lot of images, for my use for project management, I don't normally have to go through a lot of images, but all of the features are really great. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm here to help you out. But I look forward to getting a lot more accomplished in this and getting everything together. And I look forward to seeing you use it. Let me know if you try it and if there's anything that you really love about it, or if you have another project manager that you use that you really love. I'd like to know that as well, and maybe we can do a comparison.